Oh, she better pick up and hurry. I don't know where she is.
Bing, bing. Hello?
Hi, Darla. It's me, Diane.
Oh, hey girl, what's up?
Nothing much. I'm just waiting for you.
Okay, yeah, I'm almost there. I have your, I have your scalp appointment.
Oh, thank you so much. I mean, my hair has been awful today. I think I burnt it.
It'll really give it that shine and stay and you know, it'll just make it look so good. Oh my gosh!
Oh. Hi, girl. How you doing? Oh.
Why do I keep? It's fine.
Welcome to Can't Think Straight.
Hi.
I'm Nate.
And I'm Harriet.
It's so nice to meet you.
We just saw them last week.
Oh, right.
Welcome back.
Hello again.
Yes, hello again. We're glad that you came back, or if you're new, hi.
Nice to meet you. And, you know, we want to share something about ourselves, actually. Yeah. We are a part of the astrological chart. We have a zodiac sign. I didn't know if you guys knew that, but it's true.
We are born. And
yeah.
So that means that we do have a chart.
Yeah. We don't know a lot about astrological signs, but we wanted to talk about it because it's kind of fun. And,
yeah, it is really fun and quirky and nice.
You know, if the economy is able to market and profit off of signs, then, you know, we can do that in our show.
Right. Wait, we're getting paid? I'm kidding. But yeah, so I'm a Cancer. Yeah. I think they're like, they cry a lot. That's what I've been told.
Yeah, I heard they're sensitive, emotional. You know, I understand that personally, but I can also see how Cancers might be like that. One of my best friends is a Cancer. My dad is a Cancer, and whoo, don't say the wrong thing to them, right?
No, plot twist. I am your dad.
Oh. See, I thought I knew something.
No. Oh man.
Well, I'm a Sagittarius, and you know, apparently they're fun and life of the party. You know, we got Nicki Minaj, she's a Sagittarius. Miley Cyrus is a Sagittarius. So, you know, that's kind of what I base it off of.
Okay, cool. I don't know anybody who's a Cancer.
Yeah.
But do we really know?
Yeah.
That's
the thing. We don't.
We don't know. So let's talk about something that we do know.
Oh, yes.
So actually, we were able to have an interview today, or not today, but like earlier, with a professor in the film department, Dr. Kyle Stevens. So we talked about queer representation, and you know what? Let's just do it. Yeah, let's just go ahead and transport there.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, okay. Ready?
I'll try.
Whoa! Oh man!
How did we get here?
I have no idea.
And our
clothes are different, and oh my gosh! Hey!
Well, hello everyone. Today we're here with our film studies professor, Dr. Kyle Stevens.
We are here with him to compare and contrast two important documentaries, Disclosure and The Celluloid Closet.
The Celluloid Closet is a film from 1996 that discusses the history of queer representation in media and the evolution of that in new queer cinema.
Disclosure is a Netflix documentary from 2020 that gives personal accounts of transgender people in Hollywood. They discuss how they were portrayed on screen, as well as how they grew up watching trans representation in the media.
Yeah, so let's introduce our film professor, Dr. Kyle Stevens. Hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm well. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much.
Thank you for taking the time to come here today.
Yeah, happy to do it.
Yeah. So going right off the bat with these interview questions, we would like to talk about The Celluloid Closet and Disclosure. So tell us how these two films analyze the portrayal of homosexuality and being transgender on screen in ways that kind of condition certain ideas about these communities from the straight person's perspective as well as within our community.
Well, they're really interesting to compare because The Celluloid Closet wasn't made for straight people, whereas I think your point about Disclosure being a Netflix show meant that it was much more aware of trying to reach a broad audience and kind of explain things to people that may not be familiar with the terms, whereas The Celluloid Closet, there wasn't really an audience back in the early to mid 90s that really was hungry for thinking about, like not a popular audience that was interested in thinking about, and really gay and lesbian representation, right? They're not even really interested in like bisexuality, transness, or other kinds of queerness. And it's sort of hard to take apart from that moment of the kind of AIDS crisis, and like we need to do anything we can to like tell our stories, and so it's a very, very different attitude taken there. Like I know in Celluloid Closet, Bruce Valanche, that like sort of larger guy who wrote jokes for the Oscars for like 30 years, but he's like, he's on there talking about how like, you know, even if a representation is offensive, it's better than nothing, right? Whereas by the time you get to something like Disclosure, an offensive representation is unacceptable, right? Like we have like such different standards. They like completely bookend a kind of queer movement.
Well, so how does the Celluloid Closet use perspectives from Hollywood to discuss the history of queer people on screen and reflect the positive changes that can occur with new queer cinema in the 1990s?
Yeah, I mean, one of the great things about the Celluloid Closet, and there's a lot of bad things about it, it skews very, very white, it skews very male, but part of the problem is that we didn't have access to so many films. Like, there's like still emerging films from the 1970s that have insane like queer characters. We didn't have them in a while, you know, because they weren't popular enough to be put on VHS. So if they weren't on Blockbuster, no one saw them for, you know, in the 90s. So it was like hard to actually go back and really get an adequate like picture of Hollywood history. So a lot of what the Celluloid Closet does is about subtext, right? And it's like, how could queer people try and find themselves on screen, right? Like maybe this character isn't explicitly, you know, queer, but like, how could we go back and like try and say like, but we could see queerness into this character, right? Like we could project it, right? So like on some level, with Hollywood, queer people were kind of making their own representations, which is very different. And you brought up new queer cinema, which is, you know, that grows up in the early 90s with the Sundance Film Festival, and that's just a handful of things going on, and you know, really does rely on the emergence of home video to get an audience at all. But yeah, that doesn't make it into the Celluloid Closet very much because it's too new.
Yeah, gotcha.
So moving on, so how has Disclosure, released almost 30 years after the Celluloid Closet, been able to confront these sort of ideas of portrayal more as there is a larger space to discuss these sort of things?
Yeah, it's amazing to see Disclosure just kind of be able to be this kind of glossy, shiny documentary, you know, well-funded. And, you know, there's like lighting in the interviews. You know, Celluloid Closet is so cheap. So it's great, and it's great to see a documentary like that where it is like trans actors talking about their own experience, right? Which we've never really had before. I mean, I think of something like Paris is Burning, you know, the really, really important documentary about like Black queer ballroom culture that, you know, if you like Drag Race, everything comes from Paris is Burning. But, you know, that's still, you know, they were interviewed, they weren't allowed to really like speak for themselves in a way, right? It was still like the director, Jenny Livingston, kind of crafting their stories, whereas Disclosure, it's nice to see people being able to like really own their own story.
Yeah, very genuine.
Yeah.
In a way.
Yeah.
So how do these different approaches to discussing queer representation in media affect how it is received? As Disclosure was released, it was on Netflix, and maybe not a lot of people saw it, whereas the Celluloid Closet was more widely received. Like it won a Peabody and an Emmy. So like, you know.
But that actually doesn't translate to viewership back in the day, right? The critical attention. Celluloid Closet still had a very, you know, niche audience, and frankly, like the people who do vote on those awards were concerned about the incredible mass death that was going on, and our government still not taking any action, right? So there were different ways of treating that documentary as a kind of activist gesture, which was really, really important, but still, I think, historically speaking, part of a kind of small community moment, right? I think it's safe to say Disclosure has been seen by more people in its first year or two, for sure.
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, that's really interesting.
That is really interesting, yeah.
Well, I mean, thank you so much for educating us and just giving us a broader perspective on what the impact of these two movies did for the whole industry and for just media.
Yeah, and the fact that you talked about how there's still more films coming out that we didn't have back then, and that it's still...
I just saw one called The Ritz with Rita Moreno. Do you know who she is? She's on that One Day at a Time. She's still making movies. She won an Oscar for West Side Story. She was like the first like Hispanic actress, Latinx actress to win an Oscar. And she's like in it. It all takes place in a gay bathhouse, and like she's doing these numbers and everything. It's from 1976, like an actual Hollywood movie with like stars, and it's like wild. It's wild what we're still finding. It's so much fun.
Wow.
That's awesome. That's awesome.
Yeah, I'd like to see that.
I would like to see that too.
Yeah, it's great. It's great.
Well,
maybe in our classes?
Yeah. Maybe.
Maybe. Well, thank you so much for taking time out of your very busy schedule. We appreciate you coming. Yeah, this has been our interview segment. We hope you guys enjoyed it. And back to Harriet and Nate from the future.
Thanks, past us.
Thank you.
Well, since we just had that interview, why don't we talk about other shows, movies, video games that have good representation and
Yeah, absolutely.
maybe not so good representation too.
Yeah. I think the first thing that comes to mind when I think about good representation is probably the Owl House.
You've been very into that lately.
I've been very into that recently. Oh my gosh, I love the characters. The story's written so well. I just think it's done a really great job with representation. The main character is Latinx, which is really nice since I am Hispanic, so it's nice to see some representation in an animated space, which I haven't seen in a while. So that was really cool. Love that.
I really think it's cool how it's on Disney Channel too.
Yeah.
They have been, not as quick to do those sort of things as other networks.
Well, they're canceling it.
So.
Yeah, it's okay though. It happens.
Yeah.
I think another one is.
Oh yeah, another show we want to talk about is Pose.
Pose is really good.
As far as just casting and the perspectives that it offers, I feel like is very good and shows a wide range of actors and actresses.
Absolutely. And the trans representation as well.
Yes.
It's great.
It's very good, I think. It's a historical thing, so it's not the most lighthearted.
Right, but
it's still good to watch, and I love the actors.
Yeah, it's beautifully written as well. So, yeah.
We also have a video game. I feel like we just wanted to talk about Mass Effect initially, at least because I feel like they may have kind of been one of the front runners as far as
definitely
introducing bisexuality in video games. I feel like doing that has been such a smart move as far as just choice-based games because why not add that as an option? Just makes so much sense.
Anyway, let's talk about some not so good representation.
Yeah.
Ooh. Yeah. So first things first. Silence of the Lambs.
This is an older movie, but
older movie.
At least with the documentary Disclosure we talked about, they talk about things about Silence of the Lambs, which, I don't know, as far as this kind of movie, it kind of puts a certain perspective into people's eyes who are watching.
Right. Yeah.
Kind of a negative understanding of what that sort of experience is like.
Yeah, absolutely. I think. Having Buffalo Bill and what he does, I don't want to spoil the movie, but I think that instilled a lot of fear into people, and I think that maybe that wasn't the best way to go, but it was a horror movie, so I get it, but still,
Yeah, I still kind of like that movie, but I watch it with a different perspective, I guess.
Yeah, okay. What did you...
Yeah, something newer though is a show that I'm sure a lot of y'all people know is Euphoria. Glitter and all that sort of stuff.
I made it 2 episodes in, and then I stopped.
I mean, I kind of like it, but I would say that as far as showcasing a diverse cast of characters, I would say that maybe the perspectives they do is not as accurate or in depth because of the creator. I don't know if he really has a full understanding of how high schoolers act,
Yeah.
Another one is Call Me By Your Name, which kind of goes along the same lines as Euphoria, whereas it may be made a certain way to be, looked at a certain way, but that doesn't mean it's going to be.
Right.
I feel like Euphoria and Call Me By Your Name, those can be very romanticized.
Yes, absolutely. It can be absolutely romanticized, and also the 2 main actors are straight, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So I guess I don't understand why couldn't they have an actual gay actors to portray that? But lastly, we want to talk about Love, Simon.
Yeah. This one's more of a gray area.
Gray area a little bit. there are some things that are a little bit relatable in that, but again, very romanticized, kind of. I don't know. And that one character, Ethan, he isn't even in the book.
I know, it's crazy.
He's not even in the book.
And Ethan in the movie, he's kind of just made to be a like kind of contrast to how Simon is.
A juxtaposition to Simon, like.
Ethan's the only one who's out in the school besides Simon, who's about to be, and he's, you know, basically your stereotypical gay, like, and it's kind of just to show that Simon's, you know, he's not like the other girls.
He's like straight, but he likes boys.
Yeah.
You know, that kind of thing. Yeah.
So, you know. And
Is that your straight boy voice?
Yeah. But, you know, speaking of, you know, good and not good queer representation, we actually know a couple of business people who have been making waves in the film and TV department as far as representation.
Yeah, they have a wonderful service that can basically gay up any sort of movie that you want. Any? Any.
Wow.
You can make cupcakes out of anything. Anything.
That's crazy. Can we watch it though?
I think we actually were able to get it on camera.
Ooh.
Let's go watch. Ooh.
Does anyone work here?
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, hi. I'm here to see the movie.
Oh yeah, the movie.
I just wanted to get a drink. Can I get a Dr. Pepper?
The machine's broken.
Alright, can I just get a water?
Oh, the machine's broken.
It's water.
Yes, and it's still broken.
Okay, I'll just get food. Can I get a small popcorn?
Yeah, the machine's broken. Oh.
Do you guys have anything I can have?
Oh, yeah.
Enjoy your movie.
Enjoy your movie.
Hey!
Hi.
Are you a lover of all movies and media?
Are you gay?
Well, we have the perfect service for you.
We sure do.
And it is called...
What was it called?
Oh, I thought you were supposed to do it.
I thought you were supposed to do it.
Well, while we figure that out, let us show you a few movies that we have queerified.
Let's take a look.
You may have heard of the 1997 romance classic Titanic, but get ready to witness the masterpiece in an all-new remastered release. I present By Panic.
Do you trust me?
I trust you.
Open your eyes.
I'm flying! I'm flying, Jack!
Shakespeare's historical romance tragedy has been striking love, fear, and death into the hearts of viewers since its initial release. This fall, get ready to feast your eyes on an all-new retelling with twice the love, fear, and death. It is my great honor to show you a sneak peek of Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet. Enjoy, if you dare.
Homeo, Homeo, wherefore art thou, Homeo?
Hey, Mama.
Oh, hey, sis.
When watching the holiday romance classic Love Actually, I bet you were thinking to yourself, where is all the representation? Well, fret no more, for we have you covered. I now present to you Love Equally.
Oh, I'll get it.
freaking amazing.
Heck yeah. I think we figured out what we're gonna call it now.
Ooh.
The Gay Agenda.
Ooh, spooky.
Spooky.
Well, we hope you enjoyed them.
Sure do. Bye.
Are you serious?
You can go home now.
There's the door.
There's the door. You don't have to go home, but you can't stay here. Bye.
Bye.
Gosh.
I don't know why we would pay to watch two people reenact movies with phone cameras.
I don't know, I kind of liked it.
There was something enticing about watching Shakespeare's Romeo and Juliet. Okay, well, I'm going home.
Yeah.
AppTV's original gaming news channel Pixel Peak is back for more great content.
We are very excited to be kicking off our 7th season here and continuing news on the gaming industry.
Each week, 4 hand-selected gaming-related news stories will be covered along with an analysis segment of either Xbox, PlayStation, PC, or Nintendo, and finally is wrapped up with a game review.
If you are interested in gaming news, be sure to watch us at apptv.com or any of these channels every Wednesday. Thank you for stopping by, and we hope to see you here on Pixel Peak.
Hi, I'm Kinsey.
And I'm Jay.
And we're the host of AppTV's Connected Cultures,
a show where we learn about different cultures from around the world and hear from international students.
Come join us Fridays at 10 a.m. on watchapptv.com or any of these channels.
Our first episode will feature Jamaica and will air on September 24th at 10 a.m.
We'll see you there.
Hi, I'm Barbie.
Hi, I'm Ken.
All right, so obviously that
we're plastic.
We're plastic.
We live in a plastic world.
But no, let's talk about plastic representation.
Yeah, because I mean, as far as that skit, you know, taking it more seriously, we kind of were talking about how like there are some movies and shows that will do a reboot or a remake of something.
Right, and just change things about the main character, like make them gay or, you know,
make them a different race or a boy or a girl instead.
Or like non-binary or, you know, just like.
And it's a little frustrating,
a little bit.
Just to kind of slap something on like that
and they're
make
like,
it okay.
Yeah, it's like seal of approval kind of. What is the reason?
What was the reason?
What was the reason? You know that meme? Yeah. But
came up with a couple things.
Yeah.
I would say, you know, agenda setting. You know, we like to, you know, the gay agenda. There's something to talk about there, I'm sure.
Yeah, I just like, I don't know, it just kind of seems not genuine when they just kind of slap like a new thing on an old, you know, and it doesn't seem like they actually want to support the community. They're just doing that because they want to check the boxes, like, do I have like a homosexual supporting cast? Like, do I have like...
Yeah, that's another thing. Confirmation, I would say, like just making sure that like if you do have a like fan base of that consists of a percentage of these people, like you should try and like you know, they're gonna try and like make something for them.
Right. Yeah. Exactly. So it just sometimes feels a little ingenuine.
Yeah, like you said, it's just checking it off. It's not
and that's
necessarily.
why we made that skit. To prove a point.
Yeah, that's why we made it.
Yeah. But anyway, thank you guys for watching. I hope you guys learned something.
I learned something.
I learned something too. I try to learn something new every day. I think what's really important in general is just to know that life is all full of perspective, and you know it's important to gain perspective and gain a new perspective. So yeah, thank you for the people who watch, and I hope you guys learned something.
Yeah. So go watch some movies.
Yes.
Play some video games.
Yes.
Ones that make you feel good.
Yes. Be sure to check out our next episode premiering at 9 p.m. on October 15th. Bye.
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 Hey.
Ow.
Bloopers!
Do you trust me?
I trust you.
Line?
I know. I'm sorry.